When it comes to narrative and state of origin, eligibility and all of that, this one might be the most annoying one I've heard.
No way in the world. We've got a bloke that gets knocked on the door by Billy Slater, says, mate, you're playing 5-8 Munsters out. He tears up and he says, I won't let Queensland down. The number 6 in the other jersey can't wait to play for Samoa. So don't tell me the passion's equal.
So apparently, because Brian To'o said he wanted to represent Samoa at the end of the year, that somehow makes him less passionate about playing for and representing a state that he grew up in, a state that he was born in. Funny that, and apparently that affects his efforts on the footy field. Actually no, it affected the number 6, Jerome Luai's effort on the footy field. That's what I've gathered from this. Not that Queensland were the better team, but New South Wales just weren't passionate enough. In the words of the great Michael Jordan,
stop it.
Or better yet, in the words of another GOAT,
Come on, brother. Come on, bros.
It's a little weird that they'd single out these dual eligible players, these Polynesian players, acting as if they didn't grow up with aspirations and dreams to represent their state when they were younger. Funny that they don't actually mention the bloke that came out saying that he wanted to represent Samoa in the first place, Brian To'o, and you know why? Brian To'o has easily been one of the most passionate for the Blues, up there with their skipper, this whole Origin series. If anyone's to blame for the Blues' lack of, mental fortitude, I guess, the gun should be pointed at the New South Wales media themselves. Because since To'o expressed that he did want to represent Samoa in the World Cup, the players in question were dragged through the mud for the remainder of the Origin period. Brian To'o even came out and apologized. I wish he didn't, because he didn't have to, but he's just a nice guy like that. Not to mention the non-stop constant dragging of their coach, not just by the media but by supporters themselves as well. It's actually quite funny how much support the New South Wales Blues got from Queensland supporters for their efforts. I know it's not the case, but it feels like they're getting more praise from, like I said, the Queensland supporters. But yeah, I don't buy it. And I think it's a dirty, or it's a grubby reason or excuse to just flat out blame these dual eligible players. These players that want to both represent the state they were born in, but also represent the country that their parents were born in, their heritage, their culture. To say that they lack the passion for their states is pretty slack. This is coming from a Queenslander who, by the way, they also have Tosa more eligible players that show just as much passion for their state as they would representing Samoa in the World Cup. If they choose to, of course. Papali'i's been there and done that, and he's been a staple in the Queensland Maroons, so that take, throw it in the bin. Question for you. Do you think New South Wales aren't as passionate as Queensland in the state of origin? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like I said, I don't know about you, but I saw plenty of passion from those Blues players in that decider. As always, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more Rugby League related content or more content in general, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.